video number 2 for the day, and then I'm gonna go get more coffee and some lunch. My name is Mary Golick. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like anything you see here, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that a lot. I've got multiple things going on this page. I'm partway through a 10-part series about finding your sense of identity after domestic abuse. And I am also starting to present stories that I come up with, things that I write, poems, little vignettes, short stories, things like that. But I also am interested in sharing some sort of metaphysical insights, spiritual experiences and wisdom and knowledge, and my personal spin on all of that kind of stuff. So this is my first take at that. And I'd like to speak about time. Really fascinating concept. So probably all the people that would be interested in my channel are going to have some type of spiritual background where you have a concept that time is relative, that it's sort of unfixed in a sense, that there's different ways to experience time, that there's even the possibility of sort of jumping in and out of timelines, moving through timelines, things like that. So I'm going to expand on how I view time, and then also some of the roadblocks that people experience with time, especially people that are on the spiritual path, the path to enlightenment, those sorts of folks. So I view time as multimodal. It is not just linear. I think most of us would agree to that. But I see it specifically in 3 different ways. And I've developed an image in my mind that helps me visualize it. I see time as a spiral, like moving around and up at the same time. And there's an element to that spiral shape that is linear. If you're a little ant walking the spiral, like the spiral around a screw, you're moving forward the entire time. You don't necessarily see that you're spinning. You're taking steps forward where you can take steps back. There's a forward-backward movement there. There's a linear aspect. So linear is one aspect of time. You collapse the spiral on top of itself. You get a circle. There's a circular, cyclical aspect to time. Every year the seasons repeat. Every year we experience, let's say, fall. Fall is the same every year, but it's not the same every year. We all understand this. It's part of our experience. There's an element that both is the same cyclically and is not exactly the same. I will not be 28 every fall, but I will experience fall in much the same way. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. So there's a cyclical circle aspect to time where we repeat not only the seasons of the year, but seasons of our life repeat. Seasons of lessons, karmic lessons, things that we've come here to learn. We go through different seasons with shadow work, with addressing ancestral burdens, with all of the things that we carry and are learning and working through. We go through seasons with them. And it almost feels like, oh, I've been through this experience before. I've been through this lesson before. And yes, the universe keeps giving you those lessons until you fully work through the process, and it's like chipping away a little bit each time. You might think, I thought for a long time, I already survived this. Why is the universe giving it to me again? Well, because it's not just about coming out on the other side, it's about learning the lessons while you're experiencing it. Does that make sense? It's not just surviving, not just getting through to the light at the end of the tunnel and like leaving it behind, but you have to really integrate and learn what you were meant to learn from that experience. Otherwise, you just keep cycling through it. So that's the cyclical aspect. But there's a further piece, and I think this is very important too. You take that circle, we collapsed the spiral down into a circle, and the circle collapses into a point, which I call point time. I don't know, point time, which is like God time, all time, being ever present. All things are experienced in one moment, ever present, the way God experiences time. And I think this one is a little bit further from our human experience for most of us. I think linear time is very apparent. We all experience that readily. Cyclical time also, especially as you start to grow, you really start to see it. You easily start to see the patterns. And the point time of all time being present, that one's a little bit harder, but as humans, I believe we do all have access, at least to some degree, to it. I think that when people have a gift of sensing the future, prophecy, anything like that, it's them connecting to that sense of ever-present time. All things are present at all times. So it's not seeing from here to there, it's more like they're being brought into the present experience. And I think many of us have some level of that, of having kind of all time ever present to us. And I think that creates a challenge for spiritual people. It creates what I call time. What was the word I came up with? Like, oh, hold on. Here we go, I'm back. Dissonance, musical term, which to me is the best word to summarize that experience of it's not totally wrong, it's not a bad thing, it's just waiting to kind of harmonize and come together in the right way. Time dissonance. As far as I know, I've termed that phrase, so credit goes to Mary Golick. If I'm wrong, let me know. What happens is those of us who are more spiritually in tune sense, to some extent, sort of our whole lives and like all of the universe and at all time, and see very clearly, to some extent, what we're meant to be doing and what our future holds and where we're going and what we're capable of and what we're meant to build. And often I hear people say that they feel like they missed their chance or they're behind. They feel behind because they have this strong sense of where they're supposed to be. But what they don't realize is that that strong sense is coming from the future as we know it in linear time. We're not there yet in chronological time, even though we are there in the sense of everything being ever present. So it's this both and, we're there and we're not there, and it creates this internal feeling of dissonance. Like, just trying to scrape into it, like being pulled into it, but not being able to reach it. And it's uncomfortable and it's frustrating. But what I would like people to understand is that they can give themselves some compassion, because it's not that you missed your opportunity. It is just that that's the nature of time, and it's gonna feel dissonant. And that is the universe pulling you into what you're capable of, what you're designed for, what you're meant for. And so give yourself some forgiveness and just know that that's what you're being pulled into. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but you're going to get there. There's going to be this sense of ripe time, and it is all going to fit together. Okay, I love you. Bye.